Hiya folks, welcome to this Video Sans Frontier video. My name is Jay Wakefield and today I am going to be unboxing and building some shelves. Now these shelves are smaller than the shelving unit that I actually put up. I think it was in the autumn, and they're going to live here. And, I think that's a good place. Hopefully, they'll be good enough to kind of hold my lamp a wee bit higher than this table. And, hopefully I'll be able to actually, I'll have some storage, which should be good. So, let's get on with it. So, here we are. I think it's this is the perfect time to actually be working on these shelves because it's actually nice and sunny. For how much longer, I do not know, but hopefully the sun will stay out. And it really is the best source of light. Anyway, first thing I need to do is to open the box. Oh. I think the best thing I can do, actually, is to get a knife and do it that way, or a pair of scissors. Okay, so here I am with the pair of scissors. Now, obviously, some safety guidelines are in order. If you're the sort of person who thinks that David Cameron's father's possible involvement with, the stuff outlined in the Panama Papers is something that should be kept private, while at the same time having all of our phone calls and internet browsing history available to the government and the police without even the requirement of a warrant, then you're probably you're definitely going to need an adult to help you with this bit. You're also going to need a cup of tea. I've just had one. Although I'm not that good at this, I should really be demonstrating how I need to have a full mug of tea ready. So we have some shelving panels. Nice. So let's have a look. Now these look like side panels. Nice. And there's another one. And then we have the shelves. Again, these are quite small because they've got to go in between the space between the sofa and the corner desk. We've got, all the extraneous bits, screws, tools, that sort of thing. And then we have a plastic mount for wall mounting the shelves. Or fixing them to the wall, rather, not. I mean, they're not floating shelves. And most importantly, we have the instruction manual. Now, I always read these because, I always want to be sure I'm putting the right things in the right places and what have you. Plus, it's always a good idea and it's talking about use of power drills. I used to actually have power drill, but that is no longer the case. So, you know, for any nails, I'm actually just going to have to use a hammer. So we've got a couple plastic supports, shelf support, 8 of them, wall strap 1, 540mm screws, support cover, there's 8 of those, screw cover, 8 of those, 50mm screws times 8, 10 nails, and a wall plug. Tools required: screwdriver medium, Phillips screwdriver medium and large, got one of those, 7mm suitable drill bit for use with wall plug, drill, small hammer, ruler or tape measure, eye protection when using hammer or glue. Then you've got a wee ruler that's used there to help you identify the screws. Step 1, attaching the bottom panel. So you know, we do that, and then we put we attach the the front to the bottom panel, and then we put the sides on, and then we put the top on, and then hammer on the back plate, which you know, we just need to check we've got. Add the shelf supports, and then add the shelves, and that's really quite simple enough. So what I'll do is I'll just finish off unpacking these things. So we've got the you know, we've got the front, so it will be that way because that's where the screw holes are. Oh, at least that's where they were. Yep. And then we've got another shelf, and somewhere along the line we will have a bottom panel, and I should be able to tell the difference between the bottom panel and the shelves because it should have a couple of screw holes on it. So yeah, I'm just gonna double check. Yep. Oops. Here it is. So basically what I need to do is attach this bit to that bit, and then, you know, obviously it will get its other support from the sides and a wee bit from the back. So there you have it. I mean, that's all the constituent parts to build these shelves. So you want to make sure you've got as much room as possible when doing stuff like this. So any boxes and stuff, you want to try and move out of the way. And then you need to make sure you have all the parts that you are going to need. So, for example, the Phillips screwdrivers. Those are actually in my work bag, so I'll need to go and retrieve those, so I'll do that now. And here's my screwdriver set. And yes, believe it or not, I do know somebody called Stanley, and believe it or not, would you believe he wasn't too impressed with the joke when I turned around and said, "Hey Stanley, I think I've got your screwdriver set here." And also the sun's gone in a bit. Thanks, Obama. This is why I would vote Bernie. Anyway, first things first. Attaching the bottom panel, use the plastic supports A and the screws B to fix the front panel 2 onto the bottom panel 1. So I need a couple of the 15mm screws, and yeah, and it will tell, and it tells you which edges are unfinished. So you can really play this in any kind of way. Right. I think the top packet, I like this because the top packet is what you'll need first of all. And the bottom packet, it's full of like screw covers and what have you. You won't need that till last, actually, And then I'll get back my zizzer. Oh look, the sun's coming out again. Nice. Thanks. I need to shed a wee bit of light on the affair. I'm just going to use these scissors to, yep. So these are the 50mm screws that we're wanting. They've got rounded edges, unlike the 50mm ones. I think they're 50 anyway. Yeah, 50mm would be 15 centimeters. I'm going to need at least 4 of those. And I'm going to need 2 of these supports. And I need to make sure that something like that never happens again. So basically I think what I'll do is I'll screw the supports onto this part, and then what we can do is we can then throw them and then just kind of screw that to here. So get the right screwdriver bit. So these shelves are basically just a smaller version of the shelves I have in my bedroom, and the assembly instructions, the assembly procedure will be very, very similar. I mean, if it's your first time building one of these, and if you follow the instructions and just take things slowly, then building these should not be difficult. I mean, hey, they've made them simple enough so that even I can build them. So I can't imagine that anyone else would have any issues. Right, I'm just going to hold this screw here. Okay. Everything nowadays that you can get are all fancy pants. The torque wrench thing is actually pretty good when it gets tight. When you're actually doing carpentry stuff. Yeah, I'll just... So there we go. That's that in place. And so the next part will be to attach this to the bottom base. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the next few bits off of camera, and I'll come back once I actually have the sides and everything screwed on as well. Well, here it is, folks. Half a shelving unit. Yep, I'm done. No, I'm kidding on. That would never hold anything. Seriously. So, I guess we should probably put the other side on. That will make it more sturdy. So, because the other side is on, this side should be much easier. I've just got to make sure I've got the screw holes aligned. Whoops. Yep, just aye. Good. I just want to get that sorted. I should probably make sure the other side is good to go as well. Actually, I think I should be able to do it. Yeah, on the top part. Yeah. And then the bottom, well, and then the front sides should just kind of go into place, no problem. There we go. And then I should just be able to get the two front screws in, and then the basic shelving unit will be built. And there we have it. Sturdy as she goes. Now, next thing I need to do is pick it up, drop it down on the floor, front side down, and then I need to take this bit, the backboard as it were, and then just add it. Now, this can be a bit tricky. You've got to be careful what you're doing, because what I did on my bigger shelving unit is ended up hammering the nails in at an angle. Now, the best way that I'm going to be able to go about this is by measuring this board, marking off where I want the nails to go, and then just kind of hammer them in carefully, making sure that they're not at an angle. And then it'll be time to add the shelves. So this bit I think I will do off camera, because I really want to concentrate properly on this. It'll take a wee while, and then I'll come back and we'll put the shelves in. Well, it's certainly starting to cloud over. The shelves are done. Unfortunately, there was a couple of wee imperfections where I hammered the nail in at an angle. First of all, this one actually seems to be getting bigger. Yeah, I'm not too happy about that, let me tell you. And there's one inside the shelves that probably won't be seen. But apart from that, we're nearly done. All we need to do now is fit the shelf supports and the cupboards, and then that'll be it. What I need to do, take a shelf support, and put it on the end of one of these, and then slot it into one of the shelf support holes. Now I think to get equal shelving space, I need to have it I need to have shelf supports on the third row of holes from the top and the third row of holes from the bottom, leaving 4 rows of holes in between. So this is exactly the same procedure as it was for the bigger shelves in my bedroom. Excellent. So, after applying the screw hole covers, 8 of them, all I will need to do then is to add the shelves and to put this shelving unit in its new home. And a lot of this, again, you know, just like with the computers, I have to do it by touch, you know, because sometimes it's difficult to really see what I'm doing. But, you know, I mean, muddle on the best I can. So here are the shelves in their new home. Well, the actual unit anyway. The shelves still need slotted in. So let's go and see if we can do that now. First of all, get rid of these. One shelf, and in goes the second shelf. And there we go, there we have it. The new shelves are installed. So let's start populating them. So here is my living room now. Now I do plan to fill these shelves up with things. Not sure how I'm going to play it just yet, but I might put the big software boxes on the shelves and have some smaller things on those shelves or something. I'm not really sure, but I'll figure something out. But yeah, there you have it. So these are the shelves. Anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed this Videos on Frontier video. If you have, please feel free to subscribe, like Videos on Frontier on Facebook, and also please feel free to follow me on Twitter. But for the meantime, thank you for watching this video, and please join me for my next one. Cheery bye.